and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Right Side. July 13th, 2024 is going to mark a pivotal day in the election cycle of this election, where the presidential frontrunner, was narrowly missed by a bullet grazing his ear. To talk about the lapse of security within Secret Service, or the coordination between Secret Service and local police, would take all day. This is what happens when we have a country of overheated rhetoric surrounding Donald Trump. The media, the Biden administration have, for the past 8 years of media, 4 years of Biden administration, been labeling Donald Trump as Hitler, a right-wing authoritarian, a tyrant, someone who, once they gain power, will not give it away. He said in his speech in front of Independence Hall, and he repeats it very frequently, a persistent threat to our democracy. This is not my first time trying to record this video, trying to get my thoughts in order, but I have had some time to kind of digest what has happened. This is not normal, nor should it ever be considered such. But it's scary, it's terrifying to think that if the shooter had been 1 inch to the other side, Donald Trump would have had his brains blown out on national television for the world to see, just like JFK. By the grace of God, he narrowly avoided it. However, some of the bystanders at the rally were not so fortunate. And thoughts and prayers to their families. But Melania Trump had a fantastic statement surrounding the event, but this is not good. And this should be a wake-up call to everyone on either side of the spectrum regarding the overheated rhetoric and saying that you hate someone, saying that you loathe someone, and watching who you call people. Because for a lot of people, they would feel very comfortable killing Adolf Hitler, for example. So when you call Trump a Hitler-esque figure in politics, a threat to democracy, what else are these people led to do? Of course they're going to resort to violence. You're radicalizing them. And it happens on the left. This violence has not occurred on the right at the same levels. It just hasn't. Kennedy was shot. Garfield was shot. Reagan was shot. Now Trump. You know, I have a video coming out soon of the fundamental differings in philosophy and worldview between the left and the right, which I will release soon, like I said, which I think helps to explain why on the left you see a lot more desperation and desperate moves in the direction of political violence than you do the right. The right's always been more measured, more calm, cool, and collected, not resorting to crazy measures to get their way. But there's a lot of people I thought were sane Democrats who were equating this to people trying to denounce J6, which is ridiculous. People trying to denounce the severity of the situation. You know, a lot of people are like, making jokes about the shooter missing, and that's not okay. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but it was sobering moment for a lot of people, including me. We were really close. We were really, really close. And man, I mean, sorry, I'm recording this in the middle of a thunderstorm, but man, unbelievable. Does Trump have to get private security at this point, considering the lapses? All of the videos that are circulating on the internet right now of the attendees trying to get the attention of Secret Service and local police to direct it at the shooter on the roof, and Secret Service and local police just kind of shrugging it off and going, whatever. One guy on the I think it was the BBC or whatever, the guy with the orange Trump hat with the Trump hair, said that the shooter was there for like 3 to 4 minutes, just chilling, scoping it up, and the fact that nothing was done is terrifying. I mean, the Secret Service is supposed to be the iron dome for the president. It is supposed to be, of all branches of the government, of protection, Secret Service is the one that cannot fail. It's designed not to fail. And this is a massive lapse in security. I don't care if it was miscommunication between local police and the Secret Service. Heads should roll at the Secret Service. Whoever is in charge of this should be fired, and every single protocol of screening and monitoring and securing should be looked at. The impacts of this are already clear. Trump is the president. Trump's the president. Every state is in play now. Every single state. Those that were considered untouchable, like Jersey, maybe New Mexico, all of those states, Minnesota, all of these other places that Republicans have been like, you know what? Okay, well, we may not win that one, but we'll still fight. Every state is in play now, and this is really bad for Democrats. This is really bad for Democrats. Man, horrible. It's horrible, but it took Joe Biden, the Biden administration, over an hour. I think it may have been an hour and 45 minutes to say anything. Don't get me started on the media. The media coverage? Are you kidding me? Trump falls? CNN had a headline. It was like, Trump falls at rally after loud popping noises. Do they think we're retarded? Do they think that we're stupid? We have our eyes open, okay? And then they try to say the teleprompter. The teleprompter. The bullet hit the teleprompter, and then a glass shard hit his ear. Unbelievable. They think we're fools. They think you're an idiot. You can, just watching the video, you can tell that both teleprompters are intact. But unbelievable. If I haven't said it already, there are others that were killed at the rally by the gunfire, and so thoughts and prayers, condolences to those victims and the victim's family. I just saw on Twitter that the GoFundMe for for the dad, the goal was 7,000, and it's already up at 232,000, which is fantastic. That is phenomenal. Losing someone to this type of violence is horrible. But this is going to radicalize a lot of people. A lot of people started supporting him at the conviction. Now they're going to start really fighting for him now. The middle line, or the balancing point of where this election was, is now shifted very far to the left. A lot of moderates are going to vote for Trump now. A lot of people who are seeing how the rhetoric is tying into these actions is unbelievable. I can't wait to see the polling data that comes out. It's going to be I think it's going to be a bloodbath. They want to say Trump's going to make a bloodbath if he doesn't win. It's going to be a bloodbath now for the left. We were 1 inch away. To think that there's an alternative timeline where the other 9 times out of the 10, that bullet hits him in the head and takes him out. We're talking about an instant civil war in this country. An instant civil war. Where the establishment is thought to have assassinated the leading front-running populist candidate of the opposition party. Oh yeah, and don't forget that RFK still doesn't have his Secret Service detail. Of any presidential candidate that should get a presidential detail, it should be Kennedy. And the fact that Joe Biden has not given him that detail yet is horrendous and abhorrent. It just makes it very clear to see where Joe Biden's priorities lie at this very moment. You know, Trump was silent for a long time. Ever since the debate, he hasn't done anything. It's part of the reason why I think he hasn't really named his VP yet, although he is seriously not sure what he's going to do. But he hasn't done anything because, you know, Biden's been underwater. Biden's been under fire. But man, getting shot really helps you. It's really going to help him, and for good reason. All right. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget to comment. I love reading the comments. So comment your thoughts on where you were, what you were thinking, what you think the impact of this is going to be. Like I said, I love interacting with you guys in the comments. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. See ya.